Hey, hi and welcome back. In this session, we are going to see how you can, configure SQL agent and then how you can perform the backups and restore. For that, before you even, you know, get into that configuration part, you need to have the SQL server ready, right, to perform the backups. I mean, the configuration, backups, and restore. So for that, let me go to that VMware workstation. I'm there, and let me create one virtual machine, file, new virtual machine, and then use a custom install. So I have to create one Windows virtual machine. So for installing the SQL Server database, so click on next, and I will install the operating system later. And yeah, let's go with the 2019. That should be fine. And the locations of where you want to save the virtual machine files, I already have one folder created in the C drive. So I'll go on using the same folder there. Okay. So if I scroll down, there is something called an VMware workstation VMs. So here I'm going to create one new folder and I'll name it as an SQL server. Click on OK. So that should be fine. Open next. So in the virtual machine name, you can rename that later, but I would like to rename now itself SQL server. Uh, so go for the next. Yeah, select the BIOS and go next. And so let me use four processors. So because the SQL is a database, so the more the processor, so the more the RAM, the better will be the performance. And again, you have to a trade-off. Like you need to see how much resources your host laptop has or your host computer has. Basing on that, you can decide this value. Okay. So I have a good enough processor, so I'll give four here. Go next, and so I'll go with the 8 GB RAM and next. So use the bridge networking next. LSI should be fine. SATA drive and yeah, create a new virtual drive and 60 GB. I think that should be fine. Uh, Store the virtual disk in a single file. Next, and go to the next and finish. Okay, so the next step, you have to click on edit virtual machine settings. So CD DVD. So we'll define you have to select the ISO location for 2019. I have that on my desktop 2019. Select that and click open and then say OK and then power on the virtual machine. So it should start the installation wizard in a while. Let's see. Okay, it seems started. Okay, so go for the next. Install now. Okay, I would like to select the desktop experience. So either standard or data center, anything should be fine. Go for the next. So accept the license terms. Next and install the Windows. So select that drive and next. So the installation started. So let me pause the video and then I'll come back. Okay, and I can see that the installation completed. It's asking for a password. So re-enter the same password to confirm. So click on finish. So installation completed. and Control Alt Delete. So login into that machine and click on this tab. I finish installation. So that's it. So as I said, like to connect this virtual machine into your functional environment, there are two prerequisites, especially for the lab environment. You have to disable the firewall and configure the static IP and and enable the uh, the remote desktop option. So I'm here. So what I'm trying to do is there is a remote desktop option here. So currently it is disabled. So allow that remote desktop option. So this is the lab environment. So I want that to be enabled. Click on refresh. So it will take some time to refresh this. Yeah, it is enabled now. And Defender firewall is on. So make it offline. So click on that and select off. Do the same for other network. And there is a public network too. Okay, so everything is off now. So let's go to that. Okay, the next step we left is we have to configure and uh, the static IP. So for that, right click on this particular computer, open network and internet settings. So if you scroll down, it should be saying network and sharing center here. So click on that. Okay. So before you even configure a static IP, you should know what is the current IP address. Okay. So it is 192.168.0.132. So I will use the same IP as a static. So click on the Ethernet and go to the properties section, IPv4, double click, use the following IP address and then go to that IP 192.168.0.132. So subnet mask auto populated. So the gateway, so use the same gateway. So it is 0.1 here. Okay. So the DNS and gateway are same. So you can use the same thing. Click on OK. And then again OK. So click on the details. So one more thing you have to do. You have to select this. Sorry. Go to the change network setting, adapter settings, and just disable and enable it back again. It's like kind of restarting the network services. So now again verify the IP. Yes, it's got the same IP, which is good. So yeah, so we have a virtual machine ready now. So with all the prerequisites, so the next step is we have to download the SQL Server software. Okay. So for that, what I would do, I would try to connect to this machine from my laptop. Okay. So RDP. So that virtual machine IP ending with 132. Click on OK. Okay, so it got connected. So let me open the, you know, so browser. So here I don't have any Chrome thing. So what we have here is so Windows Explorer. We have an Internet Explorer. So let me open that Explorer and just try to do the Google here. Okay, if you are seeing this pop up every time, do one thing. Just go to that SQL server again, or else on the same machine, open the server manager. So we'll have a server manager. So this option, try to disable that. So click on that, off and off, and again off. And now try to use the Google. Okay, so now it will not give any warnings. So download SQL Server. So open that first link, and if you scroll down, so I'm looking for free edition. So because it is our lab environment, so we'll go with the developer. Okay, download now. Just save it. So here now you can uh, monitor the download process. Yeah, it got downloaded. So next step, you have to run it as an administrator. So kindly note that for installing the the SQL Server engine or SQL Server database, you need an internet access. Okay, so I already have an internet access because I connected to the bridge network. So click on basic. So because this is a lab setup, so I am okay with the basic license. So go for accepting that. So the C drive should be fine. Click on install. So now the installation is started. So it might take a while. So I will do one thing. I'll pause this video and then come back. Okay, so I can see that installation has been completed successfully. So this is the instance name, connection string, and you have an SQL administrator. So which is with the host name followed slash administrator, and the feature installed SQL engine, and the version is this. Okay. So next is we have to go for installing the SSMS. So SSMS is nothing but SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, click on install. So now it's going to connect to the internet, and then it's going to, oh, sorry, RDP. Yeah, it's going to connect to the internet access. So and then uh, so it says that this browser is not supported. Okay, so what I'll do, I will see that I'll download the Microsoft Edge and get started with Edge. So there are many limitations with Internet Explorer, so it can't even download the SSMS. So it's asking to, go with using Edge here. So let me try to copy that link here. Okay, go back again and click on the install SSMS. So copy that link and put it on the Edge. Okay, there is no Edge. So I think better you do one thing. So you go for downloading a Chrome, which is far better. So it is strange that Internet Explorer can't download that SSMS here. So I have to go for downloading Chrome. So now your Chrome is ready. So don't sign it, skip and go for more, embody it and paste that URL here. Whatever the URL you copied earlier on the Internet Explorer, right? So this is the URL for this one. So you can close other windows here and yeah, SSMS. So what you have to do, you have to download this SSMS. So this is a version which I would like to download. So the previous versions are there, but I would like to go with the latest one, which is 20.2. So the download started now. Okay, so let me go to that location and run it as an administrator. So this is going to start the installation of SSMS. So I'll do one thing, I'll pause the video and then I'll come back. Okay, so you can see that the installation is completed. Click on close. So and you can click this close too. And if you wanted to see your you can just download and then we can close this window too. Yes, so everything is done. So if you wanted to uh, verify your installation, so might be you have to make it full screen. Okay, go to the search or the start, and this is your SQL Server Engine 2022, and this is your SQL Server Tools. You can find the Management Studio here. So if you click on the Management Studio, so it's taking some time. Let's wait for some. Okay, so yeah, so you can see that go with the default authentication, Windows authentication. So the server name is your host name here. If you have a doubt, you can check it. Yep. So RELSN, the same thing, and click on connect. So it's giving an error, you know. So try to read that error. It says that the certificate chain was issued by an authority that is not trusted. So it's something related to certificate. What you can do, you can just go drop down and use optional. Okay, you can connect here. Okay, now you see that it's connected, and if you go to the databases, so there are currently no customer database. It's all the system database. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to see how you can so there is one Microsoft provided database that is an adventure work. So that you can download and you can import that, the BAK file, the database files over here, so that you can get a real environment of the customer setup. So that's the customer database adventure work. So we're going to download and import that in the SQL Studio. So we'll see that in the next video. Thanks for watching.